Video ini merupakan pernyataan diri dosen untuk unjuk kerja dalam perguruan tinggi PDD UKT dalam bidang pengajaran bahasa Inggris. Saya, Milo Putu Uni Sumartini, dosen Prodi Sistem Informasi dalam pengajaran bahasa asing Institut Teknologi Bisnis di Bali. Pemaparan dalam video ini meliputi delivery, interaction, dan assessment. Deskripsi mata kuliah yang saya ajar yaitu Bahasa Asing 3 dengan kode SI 212505 pada Prodi Sistem Informasi dengan bobot SKS 4 SKS dan status mata kuliah wajib yang ditempuh oleh mahasiswa semester 4. Mata kuliah ini memberikan pengetahuan berbahasa Inggris dalam membuat tulisan ilmiah dengan menggunakan struktur kalimat bahasa Inggris, membahas penulisan kalimat sederhana atau simple sentence, dan membahas tentang struktur kalimat atau sentence structure. CPMK dalam mata kuliah ini dengan kode 403 yaitu agar mahasiswa memiliki kemampuan bahasa asing dalam implementasi pada tulisan ilmiah. Adapun materi pembelajaran yang akan saya berikan kepada mahasiswa selama 1 semester ini yang dibagi menjadi 14 kali pertemuan. Namun pada slide ini saya hanya menyampaikan 7 topik pembelajaran, yaitu berupa pada pertemuan pertama membahas tentang simple sentence, pertemuan kedua sentence structure, pertemuan ketiga topic sentence, pertemuan keempat supporting sentence dalam paragraf, lalu pertemuan kelima concluding sentence dalam paragraf, pada pertemuan keenam writing about the past, dan pertemuan ketujuh writing in the present progressive tenses. Pada interaction, untuk interaksi dalam pembelajaran ini menggunakan pembelajaran berbasis student sentence learning dengan metode contextual teaching. Dalam hal ini siswa akan dilatih dengan 4 skill berbahasa, yaitu reading, writing, listening, dan speaking. Di samping itu juga mahasiswa dilatih untuk memperkaya kosakata atau vocabulary dalam tulisan sesuai dengan CPMK. Diharapkan mahasiswa mampu untuk berlatih dan membuat tulisan ilmiah sesuai dengan RPS yang sudah ditentukan. Lalu dalam proses pembelajaran dilaksanakan dengan interaksi komunikatif. Interaksi komunikatif maksudnya di mana mahasiswa diharapkan mampu berlatih baik secara individu maupun berpasangan, terutama dalam praktek speaking. Lalu mahasiswa juga akan melakukan tugas dalam berkelompok, terutama dalam tulisan ilmiah yang berupa esai atau artikel. Kenapa di dalam berkelompok? Ini diharapkan agar mahasiswa mampu melakukan interaksi sesama mahasiswa dan bekerja di dalam berkelompok. Dalam pembelajaran bahasa Inggris harus dilakukan praktek mahasiswa yang dituntut untuk menghasilkan satu tulisan ilmiah sesuai dengan bidang mata kuliah, seperti contoh membuat makalah yang berhubungan dengan bahasa Inggris pada IT. Lalu tools atau sarana yang dipergunakan dalam pembelajaran ini, saya mempergunakan LMS e-learning untuk menyampaikan mata kuliah, lalu juga menggunakan MS Learning, MS Teams untuk melakukan diskusi atau mengumpulkan tugas-tugas, serta untuk interaksi komunikasi secara intens saya menggunakan grup WhatsApp kepada masing-masing grup kelas, sehingga memudahkan mahasiswa untuk berinteraksi secara intens dan secara daring. Pada assessment, penilaian dilakukan dengan menggunakan media kuis, tugas, ujian tengah semester, ujian akhir semester, dan daftar kehadiran. Pada kuis dibagi menjadi 3. Kuis yang pertama dilakukan dengan praktek dengan bobot 4,5%, karena mahasiswa diharapkan mampu untuk melakukan praktek berbicara ataupun melakukan praktek dalam menulis. Lalu kuis berikutnya adalah secara teori dengan bobot 3% dan kuis ketiga dilakukan secara teori juga dengan bobot 2,5%. Pada tugas dibagi menjadi dua bentuk tugas, yaitu tugas teori secara individu dengan bobot 10% dan tugas kedua merupakan tugas praktek berkelompok dengan bobot 10%. Ujian tengah semester dilakukan dengan teori dengan bobot 25% dan ujian akhir semester juga dengan teori dengan bobot 30% serta kehadiran dengan bobot 15% sehingga total nilai evaluasi mencapai 100%. Demikian penyampaian materi perkuliahan dan sekarang saya akan menampilkan video pembelajaran dari mahasiswa. Selamat menyaksikan.
So how are you today? I'm good? I'm fine?
No.
The other answer?
Bad.
Bad? How are you today?
Feel bad.
Feel bad? And what about you? Excellent! Yeah, so I get the other answer, yeah? Okay guys, today we will learn about materials that it is about simple sentence. You can see on the screen. Yeah, before we start, I want to ask you a questions. Yeah, so what do you have for your breakfast today?
For the breakfast, I had fried eggs and white rice.
I had fried rice and
White eggs.
eggs, yeah? Okay, and what about you? Where did you go yesterday?
Yesterday, I just go to the gym.
I went to the gym. I went to the gym. I had fried rice. It is a kind of sentence. Yeah, so what is simple sentence? So let's see on the screen. Yeah. Before we start, we will do warming up. Say something. Say one sentence. You can do with your partner. Say something to your partner. Just say hi. Okay, let's do.
Hi. What do you do? So we say sentence.
Yeah, your sentence.
One egg.
Okay, good. What do you want to say to your friend? Okay. Guys, see the screen. Minimum 10 sentence. 5 sentence to your friend on your left side. 5 sentence to your friend on your left side. Go. You too. Yeah, 5 sentences. All right, thank you. And we see again to the screen, a sentence should consist of subject, verb or predicate, object or complement. Anybody can say what kind of subject do you know? I, okay, you, they, we. What about this? What about this? This is board marker. Can be it a subject? Can be it a subject, a board marker? Subject? Okay. This is a noun, but let's see. It can be subject or not. Yeah? Okay, later we will discuss about it. And then you can see on the screen. Yeah, a sentence is an expression of a complete thought and contains of a subject, verb, and ending with punctuation. Punctuation is titik, koma, or tanda seru or tanda tanya. It's a punctuation, ya. Okay, and then in general, a sentence names something. Something is a subject, yeah. So board marker is something, right? Can it be a subject? Okay, it can be, but depend on the sentence. And then state something with about the subject. The part of the sentence that talks about the subject is the predicate, at least a verb. Yeah, predicate is verb. And then possibly more words that helps describe the subject. A sentence also must have ending punctuation. Okay, let's try to do to see the example of the sentence. Yeah, can you read in your voice? So you can listen your own voice by listening. Okay, you read now with your voice. Yeah, you can do that. Okay, great. Thank you for reading this story with your voice. Do you know why I ask you to read on your voice? Do you know why? Do you know why the reason? Okay, you can read the text in your heart, but you never learn speaking and listening. Yeah, by reading the sentence by your voice, so you can listen your voice, your own voice. So you will understand, oh, I got mistake in say something. Oh, I got mistake in read something. Yeah. Do you think that's important for you? Yeah, sure. Yeah. By reading the text on your own voice, you produce some voice and you can listen by your own ear. Yeah. Okay. We can see here the blue one and the red one. Yeah. Here I say the subject are in blue and the verbs are in red. So the blue one is subject. You can see here subject is Jerry and Jenny Chan. And then here we have they. Who is they? Yeah. They belong to Jerry and Jenny Chan. And then their father. Father, yeah. Father is a subject too. Jerry and Jenny and they and they. And then here, you can see the verb. Yeah, verb here. R is red. Is that verb? Kata kerja dia? R itu kata kerja? Karena di sini di state dengan verb. Jadi yang red is verb. What about R? Apakah R kata kerja? Yeah. In English tenses, R belong to verb, dia sebagai kata bantu. Karena di sini tidak ada verb kata kerja yang sesungguhnya. Ya kan? Karena Jerry and Jenny Chan are students. Students itu kata benda. Ya, dia kata benda dan tidak melakukan sesuatu. Jadi in English there is auxiliary are dikategorikan menjadi verb kata kerja dia. Karena dia tidak memiliki aktivitas di sini. And what about this? Their father owns and manages a big chemical company. Owns, apa artinya owns? Memiliki, ya. And manage, ya. Manage is kata kerja, right? Manage kata kerja, jadi dia verb, dia murni verb. Nah, and then here ada hope. Hope is kata kerja, can and grow. Ya. Okay, so from this example, can you imagine about the kata kerja or the verb that you know? Yeah. Okay, can you mention one verb that you know? Quickly, go. Study. Ready? Speaking. Styling. Studying. Driving. Yep. Yeah. What about you? Learning. Okay. What about you, girl? Driving. And you? Okay, good. So you understand about verb, yeah? Okay, good. Let's come to the exercise. Read it quickly and try to find out. Circle the subject and underline the verbs. Please find out the subject. Raise your hand quickly. The subject. Yes? My brother. Subject. This one. Here. Here. Joshua. And then raise your hand, please. Yes? She. Yeah, good. She becomes subject. She refer to? Jianhua. Okay. Yes? Her sister. Good. Yeah. Mana dia? Her sister. Okay. Here her sister, yeah. Okay. Her brother. And then now find out the verb. The verb here. Verb. Yes. Lives. Yeah, lives. Okay. What else? Yes. Born. Was. Yeah, was born. Yeah. Dia verb tapi pasif dia. Okay, then what else? Yes. Working. And then yes. Studying.
Go to.
Yeah.
Is kata kerja bantu.
Is. Yeah. Is. Was. It is verb too. Ya, itu kata kerja bantu. Ya, kalau di dalam bahasa Inggrisnya itu dinamakan dengan to be. To be itu adalah kata kerja bantu. Ketika suatu kalimat tidak memiliki kata kerja yang sesungguhnya, dia memakai kata kerja bantu dengan is, am, are, apalagi? To be. Kalau past tense-nya to be? Was, good, were. Okay, good. Ya. Okay, so let's come to the other example here, exercise, yeah. Here I give you an example. Akiko is a student. Maria is a student. When we put the sentence together, because the student is the same, so the subject will be to using? Yeah. Can be using they, can be like this. Akiko and Maria are students. Here the kata bantu, the verb is, and here become are, because the subject more than one. Yeah. Okay, now try to do this. Number one, brother lives in an apartment in Paris. You can make the other free sentence. Boleh membuat sentence satunya lagi yang bebas di sini agar bisa subjeknya disambung. Okay? Who can try number one? Like this. Akiko is a student. You can make not Maria here, but you can make Gede is a student. So become Akiko and Gede are students. So for exercise number one, my brother lives in an apartment in Paris. So what is your other sentence? Yes?
Me and my brother lives in an apartment in Paris.
Okay, good. Number two, who can try to make a new sentence, one new sentence here. So you can change the subject, but the same other sentence. This is free answer, yeah? Okay, raise your hand, please.
My brother speaks 6 languages, also the same with my father. So the two of them speak 6 languages.
My mother and my father.
6 languages.
Okay, my mother and my father speak 6 languages. Yeah, because the subject is different. Yeah, and the last number. English is my favorite subject. You can make it? No? Okay, you try.
English is my favorite subject, and also system analytics. So English and system analytics instructors are my favorite subject.
Okay, good. He made English is my favorite subject. The second one, system analytics, is my favorite subject. So English and system analytics are my favorite subject. Okay, good. So you understand up here, right? Okay. Before we continue to the next slide, any question from you? Yeah, you. What is your name?
My name is Ramanda.
Ramanda. Okay.
I want to ask about what tense do we usually use in the simple tense?
Oh, okay, good questions. What tenses do we usually use in a simple sentence? Actually, simple sentence is just about subject, predicate, or verb and object. About the tenses, we can vary them, we can manage them, depend on the time management. For example, here, the word of my mother speaks 6 languages is present, right?
Yeah.
So, the tenses will become present using speaks. Yeah, speaks indicate a present tense. Yeah, when the subject is different, my mother, and there are another subject, my father, so the verb will become speak 6 languages. This is a present one. Or maybe we have another example here. Yeah. We don't have another tenses here. But we can use simple sentence in past tense. For example, one said that I had fried rice for my breakfast. I had fried rice. I is subject, had is verb, fried rice is object. Yeah. So why it is had, not using have? Because the time is past. Yeah. So have become had. Yeah. So the simple sentence can be used in any kind of tenses. Yeah. Depend on the time. Okay. Good. Thank you.
Miss,
I'm sorry. We will discuss in another time, yeah, because we need to continue to the other slide. Okay, pending your questions. Thank you. Okay, guys. So see this story. Once again, you read this story with your voice. Please read this with your voice. Okay, do you enjoy the story? Yeah. What is the subject of the story? Tom. And what else? Is there another subject?
His master.
Ya, his master. Berarti subjeknya adalah Tom and his master. And what about the verb? What is the verb there? Okay. Drink. What else? Lives. What else? Okay. You can see there. What do you think the tenses the story use? Kira-kira tensesnya apa? Dilihat dari verbnya, dilihat dari urutan ceritanya. Di sana ada, you see ada drinks, ada lives. Kira-kira tensesnya kapan ini? Ya, present tense. Ya, saat sekarang. Ya, saat berlanjut. Ya, because dari verbsnya kita bisa melihat tensesnya ya. Kalau dia pakai ed dia past tense. Kalau dia pakai ada es, dia memakai tenses simple present. Okay. Where is Tom? Which one? The black one, yeah. And who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Oh, this is Wira. This one is Wira. And this one is Rika. This one is Rika. Okay, so try to answer number 2. True or false? Number 2. Number 1? True or false? Tom? Who want to try? Who want to? Yes? Can you read the sentence?
Tom lives in a house
With his master. It's true. Okay, number 2. Yes.
Tom is a happy kitten.
True. Okay, next, please. Yes.
Tom purrs when he is hungry. False.
Oh, it's false. Yeah, it should be
Meow.
meow.
Meowing.
Okay. Next. Yeah. Next. This one. This one. Tom eats fish sometimes. Is that correct? Yes.
Tom eats fish sometimes.
True. Yeah. Oh, in my house, Tom eats a bone. Bone. Tulang. Yeah. Not eat fish. Okay. Next. Who wants to try? Next. This one. Tom loves to be clean. Bohong. Benar. Is it true? True ya. But in my house, Tom is very dirty. It's always poo everywhere. The last one. Tom plays with a rat. Do you think so? False, yeah. Yeah. What about the Tom in your house? Oh, you don't have cat. You don't have Tom, yeah. Okay, good. In one moment you can do the conversation with your friend about simple present, so it can improve your speaking by saying something in simple sentence, yeah. Do you think so? Okay, good. Now, okay, I have some exercise here. Try to fix the sentence because the sentence is still wrong. Try to fix it. You can discuss with your friend. Number 1, what is the mistake? Number 2, what is the mistake? Number 3, and so on. Okay. Okay, try to discuss with your friend. Once you got the answer, you can raise your hand to answer. Number 1? Not yet. Okay, number 1, please. Who wants to answer? Can you find the mistake there? Teacher. How many teacher here? Okay, what it should be? Yeah. Can you make this complete sentence? Okay, who want to try? Number 1. Teacher teaches. Yeah, it should be teaches. Teacher teaches the students in the class every. What about number 2? How many doctors there? More than 1. What about the verb? Is that correct? Yeah. So the sentence, there is no mistake. Yeah. The sentence is correct. Yeah. No mistake there. Doctors examine patient carefully. Okay, guys, you can learn and do this exercise at home. And because the time is up, thank you for your attention and thank you for your active in the class. So I hope you can always practice your English by speaking. Okay, thank you guys and see you next time.